What is going on, everyone? It's Nero again, here for you, some Call of Duty Black Ops 2, playing some Origin Zombies. And of course, a lot of you guys have been asking me to play Origin Zombies. It's a new map, it's a new zombie map that of course a lot of people are interested in. And of course, I'm going to do my best to give you guys some gameplay of stuff you guys want to see. So here's some Origins gameplay for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. While you watch this week's episode of Dear Nero, we're going to hop right onto this with the first question. He's going to write, Dear Nero, the next Call of Duty game is an Infinity Ward game, and we all know your opinions on Infinity Ward. So I was just thinking, what are you most excited for, Battlefield 4 or Call of Duty Ghost? Because Battlefield 4, in my opinion, looks way better. Rodrigo from Peru. Mr. Rodrigo from Peru, you're correct in saying that I don't like Infinity Ward games nearly as much as I like Treyarch games, but I'm still more interested in Call of Duty Ghost than I am Battlefield 4, and here's why. To me, it seems as though Battlefield just doesn't have the staying power for me. But then again, we've never experienced a Battlefield game on the console that's not 12v12 on giant maps. If it's, 16 versus 16, or 20 versus 20, or hell, 30 versus 30, or 32 versus 32 like it is on the PC in certain lobbies, I feel as though it would be a much more interesting game on the console, which is my preferred gaming platform. Even though I do a lot of stuff on the PC, I still prefer to play on the console. Well, until we know that, until that Battlefield's kind of established itself as this fun game on the console, as compared to right now where it's majorly just a fun game on the PC, then I'm going to be more interested in Call of Duty. Right now, as it sits, Battlefield is kind of like an NCAA game to me. See, I buy Battlefield before Call of Duty to kind of just hold me over till the Call of Duty comes out, right? In the same way that I'll buy an NCAA football game to hold myself over until Madden comes out. That's kind of where I sit right now. But I'm still going to get Battlefield 4, but to answer your question, I'm still more interested in Call of Duty. Which kind of ties into the next question. He writes, Dear Nero, I just want to know, do you honestly like Black Ops 2? Because to me, it seems like you haven't played it a whole lot since you reset your stats. Are you going off Call of Duty completely? Or are you just burnt out on the newest one? Love your videos, and he'll keep up the great work. Dylan from Ireland. So Dylan, you're creeping my COD Elite, you creeper, you creepy McCreeper. It's fine, I look at other people's stats on COD Elite at times as well. Am I burnt out in Call of Duty? Probably. Hell, I've put in like 150 days in the franchise as a whole. And, I don't know, you're right, I reset my stats. I made it to Prestige Master. It took like maybe a month or something to get into Prestige Master. And then I stayed there for a bit, and then I reset my stats back to non-prestige, and kind of an effort to kind of make the game more interesting by having to level up and play some more, and that kind of deal. And I made it back to 6 prestige during that time, and over that time, of course, I would accumulate probably, I think I got like 2 or 3 days of playtime since I reset my stats, which was like 4 or 5 months ago, so, man, that's not a lot of playtime compared to previous years of Call of Duty, but there's a couple reasons why. Modern Warfare 3 was a game where my gameplay was a big part of my channel. And a lot of people came to my channel for Moab gameplay. And I would have to play the game, Modern Warfare 3 that is, I would have to play the game a lot, even when I didn't want to try and get these crazy gameplays and whatnot. I don't do that here at Black Ops 2. I get good games without some arbitrary benchmark like a Moab to signify whether or not it's a good game. I can get on Black Ops 2 for an hour and get 5 good gameplays. If I want to. Or if I don't feel like playing, I don't play. Or if I do feel like playing, I'll go play with my friends. Or if I feel like playing zombies, I'll go play. The moral of the story is, I don't play games I don't want to. And if I don't feel like playing Call of Duty that day, I don't play Call of Duty that day. And it's not that I'm burnt out on the series, which of course, I guess everyone is about this time of year. It's September, game's out for 10 months. I think we can all agree to go play something else for once in a while. But I'm not necessarily burnt out on the series. I'm still really looking forward to Call of Duty Ghost. It's just at the point now where I feel like playing other games, not necessarily only Call of Duty. And it's kind of creeped me out. Like, I'm happy playing these games, and then people are like stalking my COD Elite saying, oh my god, Nero doesn't have as much gameplay as I think he should. You're creeping me, man. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. I do me, you do you. I like playing Borderlands and Minecraft right now. And you can go play Black Ops 2 if you want to. Next question, he writes, Dear Nero, On your Borderlands 2 playthrough with Foxhound and Vicious, will you be going to level 72 with the new Headhunter DLC level cap, which also came out on the 3rd? I love watching that series, and I remember watching like a 10-hour live stream. Love your videos, keep them up. KOS Hawk. So this guy is a friend of Foxhound, and he's asking about our Borderlands 2 playthrough that I'm doing on my secondary channel, Nero's Let's Plays. There's a link in the description if you guys want to check that out. So he's asking if we're going to, because right now as it sits, we're trying to get through Ultimate Ball Hunter mode and get to level 61. Then after that, we can start over again and go to 72 with this new DLC. Are we going to do that? I'm not entirely positive. Because right now, as it sits, I can't speak. Borderlands 2, not Black Ops 2. Why do they have to sound similar? But yeah, Borderlands 2 is a game that I've got a character at level 61 on the Xbox, a character at level 61 on the PC, and that sounds like a lot of work to go through 11 more levels at the highest difficulty, that is, too. We'd have to restart Ultimate Ball Hunter mode, of course. It sounds like a lot of work, but at the same time, it sounds like it might be a lot of fun. So I don't know if we're going to do it. I would have to see, because Vicious went back to college. I don't even know if he has his Xbox or even a microphone there. He's weird. Like, he'll sign in and watch Netflix. That's like all he does when he's at college. And Foxhound, I'm sure, would be interested in it. We'll have to see about that. We'll have to see if we're gonna go with the increased level cap. Right now, I kind of go through phases when it comes to video games. You know, it kind of ties into the last question. Like for a little bit, I'll be really into Black Ops 2. That's all I'm playing. For a little bit, I was really into playing Search and Destroy. Then all of a sudden, I'm really into playing Black Ops 2 League Play. Then I'm suddenly really into playing Black Ops 2 Domination. Then suddenly, I'm not into Black Ops 2 at all, and I'm into playing Borderlands 2. And then suddenly, I'm into playing Minecraft Factions. And then suddenly, I'm back into Call of Duty. And then suddenly, I'm back playing, I don't know, Red Dead Redemption. Randomly, of all games. Then suddenly I'm playing SimCity on my PC, and then we're playing League of Legends, which I was doing like religiously for a few days. I go through phases when it comes to games, which kind of ties into the last question. It may be a reason why I have less playtime in Black Ops 2 than I have in previous years, but there's so many good games out, and I have so many good ways to play them, and I don't know, we'll see. It sounds like a lot of time and effort to get to level 72, but it might be fun at the same time, because I also know there's new legendaries and new little missions and stuff to do there. So we'll see about that Borderlands 2 thing. Next question, he writes, Dear Nero, first off, I would like to tell you that you are probably my favorite commentator. I honestly watch all of your videos. But back to my question, I was wondering, how do you stay motivated to post every single day? I feel like you know what it takes to grow, but I don't have the motivation to post every day. Like one day, I'll be like, I'm going to post every day and grind. And then next day, I'll be like, I don't really want to post today. My gameplays are really good. They're high quality and I have a blue snowball microphone, which is, by the way, the microphone I use, but I'm coming out of character, but that's the microphone I use as well. I really want to grow, but I don't think I have what it takes to become big if I can't post every day. What should I do? And this guy neglected to leave his name. So, Mr. Dude who neglects to leave his name in Dear Nero, come on, I could broadcast your name to possibly 10 or 20 people that watch this show. You could be famous right now. But how it sits, you don't need to post every day. Later on. Right now, you need to get off your butt and start posting every day. Because how it works, I need to make a video on this because I did Dear Nero this week, right? I got probably 110 question submissions. I go through and I read them all and I pick the ones I think would be good for the show. And probably 40 of my 110 questions are, how do I grow my gaming channel, Nero? And how you grow your gaming channel. It's a very simple process. You post every day. You post as many videos as you possibly can. And when you do that, it'll make it so more people have different ways, different forums to find you. Right? That's how it goes. You're not going to go from 0 to 100,000 subs in one day from one video. No, you need to post like freaking as many videos as humanly possible so more people have the possibility to find your video and subscribe to your channel. That's how it works. Then once you become an established name within the Call of Duty community, kind of established channel, you're on your own 2 feet, that's when you can choose what kind of channel you want to run. For example, my channel it's mostly daily content with, of course, I can just randomly not post for 5 days as I've been known to do. But then there's other channels like Wildcat that post every other day or every 3 days, depending on just what he feels like posting. You can become one of those channels, or you can become like a Woody's Gamer Tag who's done a video every day for the past 3 years or something like that. It depends on what you want to do. But you have to get started. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you're at the point where you can't even put forward the work to, post their daily videos to get your channel going initially, you might as well not even start. Because YouTube's a lot more work than you think it is. If you can't get past the first part, oh man, you're not going to have any fun at all. It's going to be bad. So, look inside yourself, young sir, and whether or not you actually want to do this. And keep in mind, YouTube is a lot more time and a lot more effort than it seems like you're looking like you're going to want to put into it. So, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Next question. He writes, Dear Nero. Your latest Dear Nero on starting high school with showering and all that got me interested to hear from the girls' side. So I did some Googling on how girls feel about showering together in high school, and I found this article. Do you think this girl was punished too severely, or was her punishment just? And he goes ahead and links me to this article, which if you guys would like to read along, which I'm not really going to be reading it, I'm going to be paraphrasing it, but if you guys would like to check out the article, there's going to be a link in the description to that. And the young gentleman that left me this, why did I say young? He could be like in his 50s for all I know. His name is Leviathan, from Where Flight Was Born, which of course is a fictional, well, I guess it had to be, Where Flight Was Born. That's a very weird place to be from. Either way, okay, so the article, to paraphrase and sum up the article for you guys, there was a girl, very intelligent girl, very intelligent, apparently pretty good looking. I should look up the pictures. But she went ahead and took off all her clothes and hopped into the men's shower at her local high school, which apparently is a very small high school because there's like 16 people in her class. And one way or another, she got caught with these 5 guys in the shower. They suspended her for 10 days. They're not allowing her to go on a senior trip to Mexico or the senior prom. They're going to be stripping her valedictorian. And it's big horribleness. And do I think her, you guys read the whole article for like every little detail. I'm not your go-to guy for details. But do I think that her punishment was just, or if her punishment was too severe? I feel as though it was pretty just. Because to put yourself, of course, if you're the boy, right? If you're a boy in a high school, you want every girl in your high school that's, a 5 or better to just to hop into the showers while you're in there. It makes sense, right? You want that to happen. But when it actually does happen, you have to put yourself in the perspective of the school board and of the principal and of the teachers. What they like to do in this situation is like to set a precedent. They like to make an example out of this person who is obviously, I would think, the first person to do that in that school, or even probably ever. I've never heard of a girl going, I've heard of boys going into the girls' shower. I've never heard of girls going to the guys' shower. That's just different. But they set the example, right? They want to make it so no other girl gets that idea, no other guy gets that idea to go ahead and do that. Because now that the precedent has been set, one, people aren't going to want to do it. But also at the same time, since that girl set the precedent of actually doing it, now other people have it in their head that they could probably do it too. So it's one of them situations. So I think her punishment was pretty just. But it's an interesting article. If you guys like to read it, there's a link to it in the description. Now we're going to move on to the final question. He writes, Dear Nero. With the recent gameplay of COD Ghost, I came up with a great idea for a question. I would like to know how long you think it will be before everyone absolutely despises COD Ghost. I already know you do not like Infinity War games, and many people already have low opinions of the game, so I'd like to know your opinion. Lots of love, Jack M, from Liverpool. Mr. Jack, Captain Jack, Liverpool Sparrow guy, COD Ghost, how bad is it going to be? I can't determine that because every year I'll say this. I have a whole spiel about this. Every year it gets worse because the people that play the game, they expect every game they're gonna get a Moab. Every game they're supposed to get a nuclear. Every game they're supposed to drop 100+ kills. Every game they're supposed to get triple swarms. That's how it is. And people complain about Call of Duty because Call of Duty is in essence a frustrating game at times because you are trying to do some amazing things against real people. And when these real people are not stupid and they actually, know how to play the game as well, it makes it a bit more difficult. And when it gets to that point, people get frustrated at the game, and that's when people start saying, oh, these LMGs are overpowered. Nero and his R870 shotgun are overpowered. Nero and his running around and trying to use his M8A1, that gun's overpowered. Everything I do seems to be overpowered anymore in the comment section of my videos, but still, that's how Call of Duty's kind of become. Right, Call of Duty's become people raging, people frustrating, especially on social media sites. People like to rage tweet and rage post on Facebook thinking people care when they really don't. And that's just how people get. But what's funny, the interesting part about this entire system is that the people that complain about the game most are the people that put a retarded amount of playtime into the game. That's really how it goes. Which I've been there. I've been on that side of it. You know, I played 20 days of Modern Warfare 3. God help me. Oh my God. Just please help me with that. That's an unholy number for that horrible game. But still, yeah, I've complained about the game even though I've played it a ton. And now I'm not really in that category anymore. I've realized that not every game's going to go my way. Not every game the connection's going to be my favor. Not every gunfight is going to work the way I want it to work. And when players realize that, they're going to become a lot less angry at Call of Duty. Because as it sits right now, everybody can play Call of Duty. I'm sorry, that was a bullet casing. Don't ask why. Okay, I guess I should go into this now that it happened, and I don't want to redo this part of the commentary. So I have a spent shell from my cousin's Mosin-Nagant rifle. It's a Russian rifle, which was used in World War II. And I keep it like next to my TV and accidentally like knocked it down and made that noise. But back to the whole thing that we were talking about with Call of Duty Ghost, is that you just kind of need to accept that you're not the greatest player of Call of Duty. And when you learn to play the game for fun, it's not going to be that bad. And the people that complain about the game, which I guarantee it gets earlier and earlier every year, those people don't play the game for fun. And that's how you can tell. So, hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Remember to leave a rating where you guys feel the video deserves. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that Origins gameplay. It's a fun map. I do find, however, that Origins takes a really long time to set stuff up sometimes. But overall, it's still a really, really enjoyable map. And I really like zombies. So, let me know in the comments what you guys think of the gameplay, what you guys think of Origins, if you guys like that so far. And also, if you guys like your question featured on next week's episode of Dear Nero, send me a personal message here on YouTube. Make the title of the message Dear Nero, and I'll go ahead and read them. I do every week, and I'll pick the best ones out for the video next week. So, hope you guys all enjoyed. Remember to leave a rating. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.
I was banging 7 gram rocks, that's how I roll.